I was saying, but I've never moved to Florida.
That's true. I was born in. I wasn't even born in Florida. I did move to Florida when I was like 6.
Really?
Yeah.
I went from South Florida to Central Florida.
Were you born in Florida?
I'm born and raised here.
Central Florida.
I mean, I was born in Indiana, and then I came here when I was like 5 or 6.
Yeah.
So raised here, but.
All right.
So now we have a mic.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I was gonna not point that out. I think it's kind of sad if in the first outing it's like we point out the fact that we already had to record this once before, but
Yeah.
Listen, we're not doing any more recordings. One take Drake right here, okay? We're one take, okay?
One take.
One take.
welcome to the Blue Eclipse podcast.
You got it right that time too.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Look
hate
at
you
that.
so much.
Good job.
Beautiful.
My name is Frank Joseph Hall.
Tyler D. Spence.
I am Darius Crosby.
Yeah, you don't have to go with the middle name there. Well, I kind of have to because Frank Hall kind of sounds lame. It does.
My middle name's
Or you know, Frank Castle. Just saying.
I'm pretty sure we could get sued by Marvel, and I don't want that to happen.
I don't see you for your actual name.
My name's not Castle though.
Yeah, but they don't know that. Come on, man. The long con.
Exactly.
All right, so we're here with the first episode of the podcast. Figured we'll just talk about where we are, who we are, and how did we get here.
Yeah. So Frank, how'd you get here?
Oh, nice subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You're starting first.
Oh,
Go for it.
We'll just go down the line because that's actually how this ended up happening. So I've had this passion of wanting to go into film. And at some point I actually thought about moving to Atlanta because it's close enough, and like it's becoming a huge film scene, you know. Marvel's shooting all their stuff there. You got like a bunch of stuff happening.
Mm-hmm.
So I almost thought about doing that at one point. But I was saving up money, trying to pay off student debt, all that fun stuff.
Death.
Yes.
The enemy of the world.
It is.
I don't really have any.
So I get to I found a job, which we'll introduce Darius, but we'll get to that point at some point. And I remember driving by this one building that's near our job, and I'm like, man, that's like an empty lot. And I'm like, oh, you got like a garage in there that you can easily make into a sound stage, make it into a nice filming studio. Like you can make a production house out of that. And then I told it to like a handful of people, and they're like, no, that's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah.
In fact, one of them was you, Tyler.
Yeah.
I remember having that conversation where it was just before you were going to leave for our place. Before plans changed. Planes changed too.
Planes changed too. But yeah.
But yeah, we'd been friends for a while, had a game night, and then decided to
Played a lot of D&D together.
Yeah. Board games over here.
Whole deal. Whole lot of them.
And then I was just telling you about the fact that I wanted to do a production house, and you're like, that's cool.
That's a good idea.
That's a cool idea.
Pretty
It's a
quality.
shame I'm not going to be here.
Yeah.
Plans changed. You're now here.
Here I am, in all my glory.
Yeah, you were going to be gone by this point, right? At the
Yeah.
time of this recording.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been across the country.
No,
And
seriously.
here we are.
I'm still thinking about the whole.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay,
I remember when the plans changed, and I was like, "Hey, bud, so that production house idea, you wanna actually look into it?"
I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I think I do. I think this might be a good plan.
We sat down. I guess our meetings are gonna happen in Steak and Shake all the time because that was the first one happened with you and me, and now we just had one there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I hope not. Can we go Panera? It's much healthier.
Go to Steak and Shake. Place is good. Just do it.
But
Yeah,
IHOP has the memories. Anyway.
No one cares about IHOP. Oh, actually.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Listen, you don't understand the late night band trips when we would get back at 1 a.m. and we were all super hungry.
And they were just like, IHOP is open
24 hours.
24/7.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
food.
the place.
Exactly.
The
place.
Yeah, no, we ended up talking over during the Dice Tower convention, which, by the way, we should really sign up for that.
Oh, yeah,
Tickets are on sale.
More money. Cool.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that point.
Yep.
But yeah, we discussed it at that point because you I'd say at this, let's hand it off. Where are you in this situation?
So, hello. I drink and I game. It's about it. It's pretty much my life. That and I work a lot, but that's boring. So drinking, gaming. And I decided for the longest amount of time that for however long it's been now, I've been watching people create content on YouTube, like, since YouTube's been around. I've been watching, I was there when Call of Duty commentaries ruled over everything.
Oh God!
I was there when people started actually doing playthroughs of games, and there's still some YouTubers I watched from all the way back then that are still putting out content that are just that. And I decided, hey, I don't think I can imagine myself working a 9 to 5. I'd rather create content, make people entertained, and maybe, just maybe, they might give me money for making that content.
No, that's kind of where I am too, is like the mundaneness of the job. And like, supposedly this is going to come after the first episode of Behind the Scenes series, in which case I will kind of lay out that my character, also named Frank, because...
Just like my character is also named Tyler.
Mainly just because we want people to remember our names.
Yeah, understandable.
I state that, like, I don't want to keep working like a supermarket job,
Yeah. Which...
Hey, listen, it's loosely based off
Fun fact, we all work in some kind of grocery/retail environment, and I'm sure for most people who've worked in retail, you know exactly what that's like.
Which...
This is my weekend, by the way.
This is a great transition to that. So at my work, we will nameless.
Unnamed.
Yeah, we will leave it nameless for the sake of things.
Yeah.
This is how the story of how Darius and I met. I remember seeing this guy, and I was like, this kid has too much energy. This is a weird guy. All right.
I'm a weeb that does weeb things.
Yeah.
And I remember.
Are you a closet weeb or are you?
Oh no, he's open.
No, I'm an open weeb.
I can tell. Yeah, you're right.
So I remember one time he left an hour before I did, left work, and then I'm driving home, park in my driveway, and then all of a sudden I see this guy walking up my sidewalk, and I'm like, no,
no way.
I get out of the car and just.
And we just stare at each other for a good, how long was that? I think that was a good 2 to 3 minutes there.
Yeah. Just
hey. Hi.
So you know where I live now.
And you don't know where I live.
No, you were saying right across. I'm like, oh, okay. And then immediately he latched onto me from there.
He's like, hey, you have a car. I don't have to walk.
And then it was like leech.
And then somehow became friends out of that.
Yeah.
Literally, and then he was...
I had a car before most of my friends did, and so for band stuff, I would have to drive a lot of people to the practice. The only person who has ever paid me for that lives right down the street. Literally, never had to go out of my way. He walked to my house and he's like, "Here's gas money." I'm like, "Dude, thank you." Only guy, and it's great. Shout out to Will. It's just, but anyway.
A man of culture.
So
real,
I'm trying to remember, how did I talk to you about this? Oh no, I think. I think it's when you got introduced to Tyler.
Yes, I bet. He introduced me to Tyler.
Because we bonded pretty quickly.
Yes, we did bond. That was strangely fast. It's one of those things where we just clicked.
Yeah, and then we just
I think you just
beat each other in fighting games until.
Yeah, I think it was one day me and him were hanging out, and then you found out we were hanging out. I was like, well, dude, come over.
Yeah. We're over here fighting each other in Injustice too, and it's just, hey, wanna come chill?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we told Darius about this idea that Tyler and I were working on, and then Darius was like, "What? I was thinking about doing."
Then they're doing some stuff, some weeb stuff.
Yeah, we're going into that market, aren't we?
Yeah, we're hitting all the fields.
Oh yeah,
all the nerd cultures,
all of them.
The drunk gamers, the weebs,
drunk.
Wait till you see my streams.
I'm scared already. I'll have to be on the side as
just in case. Damage control.
Listen.
I'm listening.
The weeb community is the best community.
I don't know.
They're actually probably one of the most.
I think I don't know. Honestly,
bye everybody.
Right. There goes all our viewers.
Let's be real. Out of all the fan bases, JoJo's is the most wholesome, or at least the best. If maybe not the most wholesome.
I'm not. I know JoJo. I'm not familiar with the fan base.
Listen, JoJo. Cool. No. JoJo's has the best meme base.
Yeah, you're right.
Probably.
No. Ever since Konosuba came out, meme base wise. Yeah. See, you know what I'm talking about.
Let's go into some of the stuff we have planned. First, behind the scenes of the series, our quote unquote flagship series.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think. So when I was thinking about the idea of a production house, I had a lot of ideas rattling in my brain. One of them that, like, some of them that we're gonna wait to implement before we, 1, get money, 2, get time, 3, get a budget, rather than just a ham and cheese sandwich,
Right.
which we don't even have. That's our budget right now. It's a budget for a ham and cheese sandwich, and we don't even have the ham or cheese.
I had $6 in my wallet. My meal was $5.88 today. I'm good.
So I had a few ideas, and at one point it was like the idea of like if we were like 5 years in, had our own place, someone like doing a behind the scenes stuff, and it was like dramatized, and I'm like, wait, I could just do that now.
Yeah, we just start that now. Yeah.
Because I know like some people tend to do might do that where it's like, oh, I'm doing a series and it's loosely based off of this, but I think creating a series about people starting to make content for the first time, being the first thing we make, it's very good, and then we can just correlate it off of what's happening in our lives. So like season 2, I already have an idea for season 2, you know?
Yeah.
And like forming around that, but then also putting in character arcs, because I feel like that's fun. So
He's
like,
the most responsible out of all of us, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, he's
I'm
the one.
dad.
He is the dad / the guy with a lot of this going on. Well, we both have a lot of ideas in our heads. I'm
and
sure.
I'm helping
At least I
implement
do.
them.
You know.
So yeah, behind the scenes of the series, just because it's also good too. Because if we want to get someone if we want to have someone in the future possibly join us for on camera stuff, that's a great way to get them
introduced.
Because you're just doing a caricature of yourself. You're not doing a new character. It's just like your extreme. So like in the first episode, my extreme is my pride. Because I love playing that off so much. I love it.
My extreme is my like old soul, but extremely lazy.
Yep.
Because you know,
Yeah. I like the script right back here actually.
Yeah. I've got it in my backpack in my car.
And then there's me.
You're gonna be. I mean, spoilers. He'll be in the first season, but season 2 you'll have a much more substantial role.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
If we get to season 2, but I would assume.
In case this all crashed and.
The hope is because it's gonna be like 5 to 7 episodes per season. The hope would be like doing it every 6 months or so.
Yeah.
Like twice a year, releasing the seasons, quote unquote. So yeah, if this goes well, then I can start working on season 2 immediately. I already have the outline of it, and I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So we have that flagship series that we're talking about. Of course, we have what you're watching right now.
That will happen every week.
Every week.
We'll
get podcasts.
Because these are super easy to film and they're an hour to film, but they're super easy to
edit and stuff like that.
Because editing's going to take up the bulk of all of our time.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. We're all going to learn. It's going to be great.
That's right where I have the slingshot of just like children that can edit our videos.
Right. All ethnicities.
Right.
Every kind of kid.
Yeah. Here on this channel, we make fun of everyone.
Another idea that I have that we might get into is Forced to Comply, where we force people to watch things that they haven't watched yet. It's because, you know, if you guys want to watch some films that you haven't watched yet, or if you want to make me watch something that I haven't watched yet, why not make content out of it?
So we find
the
worst anime. No, you know what we should do? We should make them watch Goblin Slayer.
Listen. Let it be known. I'm subjecting you to maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of something. You can't subject me to more than that.
We'll just make you watch the first couple episodes.
Yeah, like first 4.
That's all the effect you need from Goblin Slayer. It's the first like 3 episodes.
And really, think about all the editing we'd have to do, because we're just gonna be like.
Well, the idea I would assume is we just put a camera in front of us while we're watching the thing, so it gives our live reaction. We edit it down to like maybe a 10-minute, 15-minute video, and then like a post-mortem.
Like the actual important parts, not just us watching.
Also, so we can't get sued.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but so we have, of course, this podcast weekly. We have this flagship series that we're talking about, and we have a whole bunch of other stuff. Blue Eclipse is going to kind of capture just a whole lot of nerd culture in general. We're going to be covering us playing board games.
Where did that name come from, Blue Eclipse?
You picked the name. I said it sounded pretty cool.
Yep. Actually, you wanna know where it came from? The idea. I named a guild in my D&D campaign Blue Eclipse. And where did that come from? Mass Effect. There's the Blue Suns.
Oh, that's right.
And the Eclipse. And I was like,
stick them together.
What if?
Yeah. So we have all these different series ideas. There's gonna be us, us playing different games, us covering different topics. you've got
Us
these
interacting.
two going to be talking about all kinds of.
Oh yeah, it's
Fun-
convoluted.
it's convoluted.
Oh, it's convoluted.
That's my favorite
It's
series, yeah.
And
we'll give you a hint. It's very convoluted.
Yeah.
Basically-
I believe they said that the first episode's going to be covering Kingdom Hearts.
So you probably can guess when that's coming out. If this comes out in January, you can guess when this is
It's going
coming
to come
out.
out. Yeah.
I want to talk about. Let's talk about that because that's a fun story of how we even came up with that idea.
Okay, so
We were hanging out here.
we were hanging out. We're over here at
No,
Frank's
actually.
place.
Oh yeah, we were
hanging
here.
out.
We
Yeah,
were
we
ordering
were-
pizza. We were playing Spider-Man,
We were playing Spider-Man.
and I started
And-
asking about
Comics.
comics and like this because I have very little exposure to the actual Spider-Man universe, and I was new Spider-Man game, dope as hell. Everyone should play that game, by the way. It's great.
It's fun.
Yeah, Xbox nerds.
I have a PlayStation. What are you talking
No,
about?
I wasn't talking about you. That was out to the crowd.
Just buy the
Xbox
$400
nerds.
console.
Yeah, buy a $400
Exactly.
console, buy the
Exactly.
$60 game,
Exactly.
install that, and then delete everything else and install
And then
Red Dead
have
2.
two friends to explain all the comics history of Spider-Man to you.
Exactly. And then watch them both argue and banter about it for like a couple of
I
minutes.
don't think we argued.
But
And
they
then-
bantered a little bit, and then
both established that it's very convoluted.
yeah, and that was it. And
Yeah,
they were
that
just
was
like,
it. That was the
okay.
phrase we used.
Yeah, just it's convoluted.
It'd be like, yeah, that time where Peter Parker sold his marriage to Mephisto the devil. Listen,
Listen.
Because I'd be asking
Or
questions.
here goes me. Do we want to tell him about the time that he took off his mask, but then like he didn't take off his mask, and then
No, it's just too convoluted.
yeah.
So them essentially going in depth about a series to actually explain it.
Yeah, and that's the important thing. We're not gonna give this isn't gonna be like, so you know what you're getting in. Like, it's not gonna be a recap of all of the things leading up to. It's gonna be explaining things because at some point we want to get into like comics. We think we both decided Green Lantern. That
It's very convoluted, especially with all the different colors. Okay.
And so like that, it's harder to do like just a straightforward storyline, but like explaining it and like some of the interesting stories and whatnot. I think that could be.
Also, friendly advice for all you Arrowverse nerds. It is Ra's al Ghul, not Ra's al Ghul. I don't care what anybody says. Okay.
Well, technically it's both, but we won't get into that.
No, it's Ra's. I don't care what anybody says.
No, it's yeah. So
I
yeah,
just like video games.
and then we also have another series we might be putting out as well that Darius actually came up with an idea of that he was going to do, and then I was like, let's just talk about that. We were playing Magic. You were getting your butt whooped. Magic the Gathering.
Oh, so we're throwing shade now.
It's not shade. It's not shade. No.
He's like, oh, crap.
Not in a podcast.
Oh.
No. You were talking about an idea. Or something.
It's called low quality reviews, where I give you guys anime reviews on some of the animes that I've been watching. Keep in mind, I stay away from from a lot of mainstream
So
stuff.
when do we
It's
get to Boruto?
We're not going
Good.
to touch.
Good.
We're never going
Good.
to touch. We don't
Good.
touch trash around here. We don't touch trash.
We have janitors for. We have the editing children for that,
So-
right?
Exactly. Exactly.
They also take out the trash.
So is trash classified as shonen, or is trash just classified as?
Hey, My Hero is brilliant.
Is My Hero really shonen though?
Yes.
It actually is.
Yes.
A lot of mainstream stuff. So you feel free to ever give me a recommendation of what anime I should review. The first one we've already established I'm going to review is Sword Art Online, and for Sword Art Online I'm only going to stick to the Alicization arc because I feel like a lot of people the first two arcs they don't like them, but the Alicization arc from my personal standpoint from reading light novels. Oh yeah, I'm that kind of weak by the way. I read light novels.
Manga's good. Manga's okay.
It's just comics, but Eastern.
It's just comics.
But from reading the Alicization arc, I really feel like this is going to be one of the best arcs they have. So I'm going to be reviewing that one.
Mm-hmm. And
Hopefully.
I remember you telling me this, and I was like, okay, I get that, but we could make it better, low quality.
Okay, when I told Frank this idea, this is how Frank got me to actually do this. I was telling him that I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for a very long time, and I was finally done with the bullcrap, so I was going to start recording, and it was going to be very small. I was going to start using my smartphone.
So part of the reason we're doing this is because a lot of us are tired with our jobs.
Well, it's that, and
We need to do it now.
well, yeah, and it's one of those things where I've been playing games for so long. Like, my dad was putting a PlayStation controller in my hand to fly around a helicopter and gun people down when I was like 3 years old.
My first game was Jack and Dexter.
Really?
Really? Mine was Ghost Recon. No, mine wasn't Ghost Recon. Mine was Sonic, and then my first like big boy game was Ghost Recon on the Xbox.
My first big boy game was San Andreas when I was like 6 because my dad was like, "Hey son, we're gonna beat Chris to death with baseball bats in San Andreas. You're gonna learn today."
I was like,
cool.
I think it might have been one of the Call of Duties for me. Probably Modern Warfare, which is really good.
Yeah. So I've been playing games for however long now.
But yeah, sorry, we just cut off Darius when he was explaining.
Nah, that's good. I don't really care about that. So
You will see that
quality.
You'll see that we're all over the place.
yeah, we are.
But I'll get us on topic.
Once again, the
I
responsible.
thought you're just like, yeah, I'm going to film.
Low quality reviews. So basically, what we're going to do is it's gonna be me giving you guys reviews and like the most low quality. Like it'll be certain low quality aspects. So like. This first one for Sword Art Online, just expect like the worst cosplay you've ever seen.
Yes, and also probably some small skits, like at the beginning end.
Yeah, some small skits.
Just review stuff, man.
Nah, we can do the skits because the skits make it funnier. And politicize once they come to get to know me, they'll know that like I dig the sort mean funny skits. Also, shout out to Long Beach Griffey.
Long Beach Griffey's a big guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, you should watch.
Yeah, you should watch him.
But yeah, so that's currently what we have in the works. Depending on how well this goes, how quickly it goes, will depend on factors like, one, are we able to have part-time? Are we able to do this part-time? And if so, how many of us? How much are we going to get paid? We are looking into possibly all rooming together at some point. And so I know like what could help is definitely having money go towards like rent and stuff like that, seeing if we can pay this off before we start doing more consistent content. But we definitely want content. Our hope is, and when we're not doing a long running series like Behind the Scenes the series, which will come out every week until that season is done. We're gonna have the podcast every Wednesday and then 2 videos a month at least.
And that's not including stuff like, for example, I plan on, when this is all going on, I also plan on having a consistent streaming schedule.
Yes.
For whatever new games are coming out or whatever I plan on playing, because that's sort of...
I'll probably do like live reactions to animes and stuff like that.
Oh no, we'll definitely do like a review, because let's be honest, the new Infinity War, you and I are both going to see that, Darius. The new Avengers movie.
I was thinking about doing like a compilation, like not so much of like, I was thinking about like doing something like we could like make a video of like of us reacting, like how certain scenes we're reacting, like it'd be captioned like Infinity, like Marvel fans after seeing Infinity War 2, you'd be like, oh my god, what? Okay. Did you see the thing where he did? Oh, you what?
I like that.
What?
I like that. So it's our review and it's just what the
what? Like, and then we just
and then at the end it's like
just flipping the table,
and then at the end it's
just remember, guys. Marvel nerds are essentially just Western weebs.
Hey, comic nerds. DC is also pretty good.
They don't. You know, comic book nerds don't like the term weeb. They think they're above. They think they're above
because their drawings in ink are better than the drawings in ink from the East. Is that what it is?
That's
no,
what
I think they just don't think of it as the same.
They don't think of it as the same at all. But in actuality, it is the same.
It's literally the same thing.
It is literally the same thing.
Manga's
but
been around longer, hasn't it?
No.
Have comics been around
Comics
longer?
have been like, since the 30s and 40s, man.
We'll have to do like a case study of it.
Yeah,
I have a book.
I guess you're right.
That
Yeah,
explains, like, the history of
comics would have been
Marvel
around longer than manga.
Back when it was Atlas.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
when you say Atlas, I think of Persona.
True. Yeah, I feel that.
Sure.
So yeah, we
I think the Greek god that holds up the earth, but yeah.
I'm sure you've noticed we seem to have like.
Well, no one cares about that Atlas. Yeah, I mean he just casually holds up the weight of the world, you know.
Yeah, casually.
We literally. Okay, whatever. Continue.
We sort of, you realize we'll have our different things that we're like super interested in.
Yeah.
It's like you have this guy who's really into film in general and just like
Series
anything.
and stuff like that.
You have this weeb, and then I just like literally, he's sort of the same as me, where it's like any new game that's coming out, you're like, oh.
But I absorb more weeb culture than the both of them.
Well,
I absorb most of my weeb culture is absorbed through memes because that's my life force. But
Exactly. Shout out to Giga. I showed them the video of Giga's of different type of anime fans, and this basically he's a memer and he's the lifestylist. And then me, I'm just like a compilation of manga readers / like hype beast / collect. I'm starting to become a collector. It's starting small, but trust me, when we get to by like next I swear by February I'll be a full blown collector and it'd be bad.
Yeah, but we all have specialties, but we also intercede with each other very well.
Yeah. Yeah, we synergize pretty good.
You should see me and this guy play fighting games. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if the streaming goes well.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I figured we could do me and him could do a whole series on us just playing different fighting games.
Well, yeah, and
style.
I mean, and I'm also thinking if we get to a point where we're able to make a decent amount, maybe open up Patreon or find other ways of monetary value in this thing.
Yeah.
Seeing if other people can come in, because we have other friends who could probably be good fits.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It wouldn't take much convincing. It'd just be like, hey, join us. Okay.
And you know what it is I think it's the biggest thing for people trying to get into stuff like this is they don't know how to start it. It's just a hobby and then have it grow into that.
My a guy who I meet with from my church, he was talking about a lot of people in this business accidentally fall into it. They accidentally fall into it as another job. Mm. The fact that we're planning helps a lot.
Yeah, and I think with the whole convincing other people, it's always how it starts, where it's just hey, I have an idea. But when we actually get something started, and then it's a lot easier to convince someone to be hey, you should be involved with this because you'd be a good fit, and we already did the hard work for you. Just come in
and then
provide your personality and go from there.
I'm not opposed to Darius bringing a series. I'm happy for that because one, that's another person working on something else, so we can put out more content.
Yeah.
But two, it's also I get to. Because again, if I want this to be a production house, I gotta get producing credits,
right?
And so I think this is a fun thing for sure. And I think if we keep expanding and we'll get more people who have more ideas and we can implement those. I have more ideas for series.
Yeah.
A few of them that I already talked to both of you about that I think could be real fun.
So at first it seems almost like it's a sort of. Almost not like a streamer house, but just like a content house. But eventually the plan is for it to be a full-on production studio with just each of us taking care of our own parts. But we'll all be a part of each other's stuff for the most part.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we'll bring in friends as needed for various roles and stuff like that.
Right, because we plan on going just beyond just filming a podcast or a short series. Like he said, he's got a lot of ideas.
I feel the hardest part is the filming. Yeah. Because it's your schedule has just been insane recently.
Yeah, and I'm also not an actor, so
But I had to wait till hair was different before we started filming stuff for continuity's sake. I think now that we're starting to film, we're gonna get into a groove of it.
Oh yeah.
The hope is that we don't burn out.
I don't.
I think, and that's another thing. I do want. It won't start this upcoming year, but in the fall, once we've gone into one full year of doing this. Doing a yearly company vacation. I think that could be fun. For one, we just go to Daytona Beach for a week.
Yeah.
We can work 2 days and then have the rest of the time off.
Another thing I think
or just traveling in general because
another thing I think we could do per se is we could go to E3 or we could go
to conventions. But I'm looking more at avoiding burnout per se. Conventions and stuff like that. Cool.
Conventions are yearly, so it's hey, we'll plan our vacation.
Basically, I was saying we definitely
year.
want. There's a cool thing in near us that's called the Great Escape House or something like that, where it's just it's a mansion that has a bunch of different rooms. You rent it one night is $1,000, and you can have as many people as you want there. It has its own pool and stuff like that. That's fun. Yeah. That being said,
what?
We'll see if it's expensive.
Well, yeah. The thing is if you split that up though.
Yeah, we could figure it out, But yeah, I would love
between the three of us.
Between three of us, that's something.
I wouldn't. I think doing a once a year company vacation just to be hey guys, let's relax, not worry about it, like unwind, so that way you're not on burnout. I think that's a
Yeah.
important thing for sure.
Definitely.
Let's see, any future plans? I mean, we have a lot of future plans, but anything we want to talk about? What?
I mean, like I said, one of my biggest things is that I plan on doing a lot of streaming because I've watched a lot of other streamers and I've interacted and been a part of a lot of communities, and it's something that I really want to be a part of because I've seen the kind of good that stuff can do, like for people in general.
Yeah, I really want to like, and for him, he wants to delve like deep into gaming.
Yeah.
And for me, I want to delve deep into like anime. So like my level. So like I want to be able to like do like anime review, like my anime reviews become like a big thing almost. Like remember when during that time period when like Angel Joe was blowing up.
Yeah.
And I deal like he was like everybody was going to watch his reviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I don't want my reviews to end up I want to keep my like reviews like very like content delivery and so and like it's and like even if my stuff isn't long, it's like it's still good quality to not like to the point where we're just and I don't want to get to a state where we're just like pushing crap out and then we become IGN 10 out of 10.
Yeah. No, I get you. That's a good point.
Yeah.
We still love you, IGN, if you're watching. No, like I think the goal right now is to see if we can make money, and then the secondary goal is an apartment, so that way we're all.
I mean, that's your goals. My goal, whether or not this makes any money or anything, I mean, I know that's the goal for all three of us, but for me personally, whether or not it makes money, if it falls through
or not.
My plan is to still be streaming.
Yeah.
My plan is to still do
like I had to have like a small but dedicated like fan base.
100%.
No, I know. I mean, dude, I want to do content creation, so
yeah,
so much. That's why we're doing this.
Exactly. And like you said, the moving together. I've seen so many different streamers and like YouTubers in general that have managed to, you know, make enough money off this thing to essentially buy themselves a house that they and their friends, you know, pay the expenses on, whether it's them working an actual job or they're streaming too or whatever, you know, and it's definitely a viable means of making money if you do it right, you know, finding the right sponsors, finding, you know,
good fan
base. I think like one of the biggest challenges for us though is the sensitive crowd. Like I think like if we make like any like unsensitive content, we should like put like a content warning on it.
You don't want to. You don't want to.
You don't
want what happened to Long Beach Graffiti.
No, because like me personally, like I said earlier, like I'll make fun of anybody,
anything.
I'll make fun of anybody, anything. Like I like taking uncomfortable subjects that people don't like talking about, and I will just, you know, throw it out there.
I think a majority of people actually are fine with that as long as you're fair. I think it's the vocal crowd that are like, this is too much. That I think we just look at too much.
Which is why I feel like we should put like once some bar like more like like we should put like a definite like.
Essentially, whenever you put me and him together, there should be some kind of warning.
Like this is not for small children.
Because I agree with him 110%. I when you, as I'm sure most of you know, if you live within a meme culture, there's nothing sacred.
Nothing is sacred.
Everything is permitted.
Like anybody, like when like in terms of like roasting, like anybody can get it. Literally anybody. Like it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, what your sex, gender, sexual orientation, anybody can get it. Literally.
And like especially if you're like me, where your Facebook is just polluted with a bunch of, you know, rap posting pages. The amount of memes that I saw from, you know, a certain artist's death is like extreme. It doesn't stop. It's like it was literally like, same day.
Like I'm pretty sure like a lot of people like Demi Lovato, and I'm pretty sure that day right after she did her overdose, it was just
I saw all of them.
You saw all of them. Yeah, like there were like people were just going there. Like we just want to make that's one of the biggest things, Frank, that I want to make sure people know is that we've gotta like.
I'm down for anyone to talk about anything as long as we all respect each other. Like we have different opinions, I'm sure, 100% on politics, like
What
all
else?
the three things you don't talk about.
Yeah, with friends.
yeah.
But because that's what I've noticed is like some of the friends I cherish the most aren't the ones who I have every single opinion the same with. It's the ones who are willing to talk to me about stuff.
Right.
Like there are friends at my church who I do not share a lot of opinions with, but like they're my friends because they're willing to talk to me. Like we have some commonality, you know. And like that's the same with you guys. I feel like we could have a genuine, open discussion about some stuff. And,
Oh yeah, and it'd be fair.
But obviously, depending on the content, we might like for the podcast if we're talking about certain things, we'll put like warning.
If we decided that's
I would say I definitely like more family friendly content because it reaches more people. But at the same time,
100%.
there are topics that should be talked about for sure.
Yeah. Like, if we want to stay, if we want to stick with the whole friendly family thing, I'm down for it. But I still want to make those like uncomfortable videos.
Oh no, I know.
Because I feel like, listen.
It's in my blood, man.
Memes are in
I know.
like just making mess like I don't want to say making mess of stuff, but like just making like funny stuff. Just
yeah.
But no, I think as long as we're upfront about it, which we are being right now.
Yep.
We are also I'm hoping to do at least once every 2 to 3 months a channel update video, just being like, hey, here's what's coming out, here's where we are.
I definitely
to fill you guys in. It's gonna not be more than 5 minutes, so that way.
I definitely think one of the plans should be that whenever we do move in together, that update basically be us touring the house, saying like, oh hey, what you up to, man?
Oh no,
doing nothing.
No, I'm 100% gonna film that place, and obviously. We have to name it, but we'll get to that point when we cross that bridge.
Yeah.
Anything else? We still have some time, but we'll get to that. We're going to introduce the last mechanic of the podcast in a moment.
Yeah.
But anything else you guys want
to... I mean...
do note, a lot of this is going to be okay quality. Lighting setup is okay. It's pretty good right now, just because Frank spent the money.
From what we're staring at, it looks pretty good from here.
We got editing.
But I'm blind, so I really can't see any of this.
Editing and camera, and that I think where we're going to lack for the beginning is sound quality, and I'm already hearing an echo, so we'll see how that translates to the camera.
Yeah, we'll find out.
I'm just letting you know we notice.
It's called growing pains. Also money.
You don't get better unless you try.
Exactly.
And fail.
So expect most of our beginning stuff to be
trial and error. Yeah,
and
we're definitely gonna go through like a trial and error phase.
Yeah,
figuring everything out
for sure. But yeah,
that's about it. That's us.
We're going to introduce the last mechanic of this podcast. So the idea is it's a one topic-ish podcast. We can talk about whatever we want.
Yeah, we basically decide each week. We're like, hey, what are we gonna talk about this week? If anyone has any specific topic they want to bring to the table, anything like that.
Now, in case we want it to be roughly an hour, at least 45 minutes, if not more. We got a timer off to the side. It's about 5 minutes off, but like, in case we get to a point where it's like, oh man, we still want to fill out the time a little bit more. We have the bowl of random topics. In it are random topics that were randomly chosen randomly.
Him and I both came up with one day. We just took
a
bunch of pieces of paper. Started writing down different
ideas.
As you
can see how low quality is. This is painter's tape.
Yeah, we really.
So Darius, if you would please,
do
the honor.
Oh God.
Now, if it's something like pick 2 characters, just read that part, and then Tyler and I will pick 2 characters, and we'll go.
Yeah. Okay. If you see pick 2 characters, try to.
Like, don't read the whole thing.
Okay.
Go ahead. All right.
Streaming ideas / hopes.
Wow. All right.
That was beautiful. Wow. That's
that fits in very well. It's almost like it was discerned.
Yeah. Right. Almost like it was talked about. So I know that I've talked about streaming. I know that I've brought it up.
So something I want to do, I think I talked to you about it. It's called hindsight.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of looking back at older games and seeing that they still hold up.
Oh yeah.
And I feel
I love that idea.
Like making
specifically the games people loved.
Mm-hmm.
I have LA Noire. I haven't played that game in like 10 years. I don't know
it's
when
not been out that long.
I haven't played it since it's been out.
It's been out since. Oh, it's been a while, not 10 years.
Let's find out.
I was saying we have the internet. We have the internet.
Yeah, it has
a smartphone.
But it's been out there for a while. But what?
So like I want to just I feel like you can get a lot of good content if you have two people pretending to be detectives. They're gonna be like, "Wow, what's this table?" But like also just looking back and seeing if
was
good.
the game good?
2011.
Yeah,
2011.
Yeah,
okay, so the last
7
8 years, yeah. Let's not date this video, Tyler. Yeah, so that's the hope. Is that I want to do that. Obviously, we want to wait because I want to make sure I get a night where I can do that, and then I would probably also bring in one or two other people to. I like feeding off of people.
You just call them specialists on said game.
It's in terms of streaming and stuff like that. I want to take my anime culture. Once again, I'm starting my collection. I'm gonna start my collection now.
Mm-hmm.
As in becoming officially become a collector, but I want to start I want to delve into anime culture, so I'll be grabbing a lot of Wii games and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Now I won't be going super hardcore because I like to think of myself as a filthy casual. And
but you're gonna be doing anime reviews, not mainstream anime.
When you tell me your favorite anime is the one about them roller skating, and that's only the beginning of it.
No, listen.
Sorry, favorite manga is.
Listen, Air Gear is great. Okay, listen, I can't stress it enough.
We're not going into that. That wasn't the topic. Okay. Streaming, my friend.
I still need to get him to watch Madoka, so it's fun.
Oh, okay.
So
hey. Forced to comply. Madoka's only 12 episodes in a movie.
Listen, neither of you have watched The Princess Bride. We're starting with that one.
Fair enough.
Oh god.
Listen.
But yeah, so it's sort of that.
Yeah. I would say streaming versus doing a let's play. We need to figure out what's the I feel like streaming should be for the longer games like LA Noire, where it's that's a 40+ hour game versus a game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, that's a one sit down, few hours. You can edit that easily into a
or you could do it if you were going to do Let's Play, you'd do something you could cover in 3 to 4 parts, or you'd stream a game that's a lot longer. No one's going to do you could do a Let's Play of Spider-Man, but with how much stuff is in that game.
Well, yeah, part of the fun is the fact that you're going to get off track and go somewhere.
Well, yeah, and that's the big thing for me is while I would love to create content, mostly my end of stuff that I'd create, if we're talking about what I'd personally like to edit and put out on YouTube and stuff, I live and breathe for memes, so the content I put out would be pretty memey. If we're talking just YouTube videos, I'm talking couple minutes long, couple minutes long of just random clips from a game and just overly edited to the point where it's just absolutely ridiculous. And whereas my main focus in streaming, along with everything else that we're doing as a group, would be streaming because I love the interaction.
Oh no, I would say the fact that you want to get into streaming already is great because then that means
I know a great force to comply, but it would take a while. It'd take a couple episodes.
No, we don't want to do more than one.
I hate you guys.
That in terms of streaming, there's so many games that I want to play, whether they be old or new, mainly newer games. I think that's sort of where my strengths lie. As I've almost prestiged in Black Ops already. Let's not talk about that. Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Bro, I was planning on buying it
You should.
I've never prestiged.
You should. I've been playing a whole lot of it, dude.
I've
play
never.
Blackout. Bro.
No, bro.
Battle Royale. Dude, it's literally a better PUBG.
I've never played PUBG.
It's a better PUBG. That's all you need to know.
Have you played Fortnite?
Fortnite's free.
Really?
Yes. Why do you think Fortnite's so big?
No, but it also somehow makes millions of dollars.
Yes, because all of the cosmetics in the game.
Yeah, there it is.
I think one of my accounts I have the yeet thing and it's just yeet, and I love doing it so much. I'm doing it yeet.
Fortnite's great.
That's gonna be the new dab, isn't it?
See, here's the thing. Here, and I know we're talking about streaming, but we love getting off topic. Fun, interesting thing that I've been thinking about the past couple of days is that, do you know how there's a lot of people our age who think that everything going on with Fortnite and kids doing Fortnite dances and stuff is really
weird and cringy? Yeah.
No, yeah, you know why you think it's weird and cringy? We did the same when we were 14 and 15.
Probably.
And you know what the problem is though?
That the internet, we didn't have the internet. Internet wasn't as big as it was back then. They couldn't record us. So no one could record us. If someone recorded us, the most it'd be 10, 20 people that might see it. You could just.
But now everything is everything. But here's my problem. Is that there are a lot of people who are oh, my generation was better. And you know what that breeds?
About my generation.
Yeah, what that breeds is people who get in the mindset of the older people that we have now who think that everything that we do is dumb. And it's like a constant cycle.
No.
So you know what, man? If you want to record yourself dabbing in front of your teacher or whatever in middle school because you think that that's funny and your friends think it's cool, do it, man. That's great. That's awesome.
Besides, someone will probably think it's funny.
Exactly. I'll think it's funny.
Yeah.
I'll be like, man, you just dabbed in front of your teacher. That's hilarious. That's
I
sweet.
unintentionally dab whenever I sneeze. I just do that, and I'm like, oh no, no.
But like, it's one of those things where it's like if you appreciate memes enough, you realize that a lot of really good memes come from people doing stupid things on the internet.
The more you know.
Exactly. Boom.
Why do you think fail videos are so great? Because
Exactly.
we love seeing people in misery.
Or even
Not
better,
incorrect,
if we're gonna talk super recent, can we talk about TikTok and cringe compilations?
We're not going to get into that.
Oh yeah, we're not.
No.
They
But
are
going back
to watch.
Going back to the fail compilations, that's actual. So like, this is Frank being a college boy, and having a lot of information. The idea of liking to see people in misery is actually, you link that back to like classic comedy. Abbott and Costello, they are like classic comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because one of them's the weirdo, like who does the crazy thing, and the other's the straight man. We relate to the straight man because we're in his position, and we also laugh at him because he is feeling miserable. The Who's on First skit where it's like, the guy's like, I just want to know the names. Like, we're laughing at him because he doesn't know what's going on, and we're laughing at the straight guy because he's trying to explain it.
Yeah.
So like, no, yeah, we laugh at, that's comedy. Comedy, the whole point of that is to laugh at like other people's expense, or like at a cult, like you're making fun of something. That's usually the point of it.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, I've been on this, I've decided to go on this recent small crusade of just like, hey man, if you think it's dumb that someone's doing a Fortnite dance, you're dumb, because they're allowed to enjoy whatever they want.
But but then isn't the person who thinks it's dumb also allowed to think it's dumb?
They're allowed to think it's dumb, yeah, but they shouldn't be going out of their way to be like,
it's dumb.
You're wasting your time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. That being said,
No.
someone else pick a different topic.
No, I think actually that's a decent amount of time.
You think so?
I mean, we had like a 5-minute buffer before I actually put the timer on. I mean,
Yeah, why not? Okay.
I mean, we could try one more. It's up to you
Try
guys.
one more.
It'll be short.
I'm gonna-
It's gotta be a short and sweet.
I was
one.
saying,
Because we kind of went off topic a little
Yeah.
bit.
I'll cheat it a little
lot
bit
of
and see. No, that's gonna be a long one. Okay, that one could be easy. Best favorite genre of music.
Oh, that's easy. Me and him. Well,
I don't know.
you like a lot of rap stuff, and I like.
I like a lot. It's mainly what I listen to. And actually, recently, it's been very specifically trap rap, because I think that I'm under the position that everyone can enjoy rap if you find the right artist to have them listen to.
Yes, no, that is true. There is some good rap
100%.
out there.
100%.
I am a fan of the ones who lyrically do brilliant stuff.
Which means that you're a fan of the ones that also a lot of the rap culture and the rap meme culture like to make fun of.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I am used to that from high school.
Oh,
Thank you.
You're a Logic, J. Cole, Kendrick, and whatever fan.
I don't know.
Cool,
why.
man.
Yeah. No, I like when
Silently
they do
is one of those fans.
So
I mean, I am too, but it doesn't mean I don't I didn't like the new Quavo album. Like,
so rap.
Yes, 100%. That's
I
mainly
will
all
listen. I will
to.
listen to literally anything and
Same.
everything.
But what's your favorite genre?
But what's your favorite? That's the question.
We're not saying what you'll listen to.
I can't, because I mean, technically I'd listen to everything too, but
I-
my playlist of like 300 plus songs is pretty
I think
much
I know mine.
all rap
I
with
know
like
mine.
one or two different variations.
I think I know mine, and it's very musician-y of me.
Yeah.
It's jazz. Because
that's so you.
you can argue jazz is the pioneer of all modern music.
You could.
You could argue that.
It's also
mine's
I mean,
J-pop.
considering
Lisa is my life.
J-pop?
Lisa
Interesting.
is
Not even
my
K-pop. J-pop.
I mean,
Lisa is my life. Okay.
I mean, considering that,
But, I mean...
one of the best albums of the decade is To Pimp a Butterfly, and that is a jazz rap album.
Yeah, no, jazz, when you are a musician, you gain this appreciation for jazz because you understand the artistry that goes into it.
And that's also how I feel about rap, because I think especially with the very recent waves that it's been, it's like all you need is a good instrumental, and I think that clicks with a lot of people.
Oh, no, that's for sure. That's true.
Like, that's why I love that. Like, people were hating all over the new Quavo album that he did solo by himself. That dude picked some fine instrumentals to throw on that album, and he did his thing. He was catchy, That's all Quavo's ever done with Migos. We all know that.
Mhm.
He's always been the dude who does the hook. And so guess what he did? He brought a bunch of catchy hooks with a bunch of catchy instrumentals and some solid features.
But yeah, no,
But-
I did jazz as in middle and high school, so like obviously, I feel like the people who enjoy jazz the most are the ones who played jazz.
Yes.
I
Because,
also like psychedelic stuff too.
oh, that's a form of that's a form of jazz. Fun fact. Everything's a form of jazz. But yeah, like jazz, you gain this appreciation when you've played it because it's so much of an artist medium, jazz. Especially when you get to soloing, because this is soloing. All right, you have your music on the sheet. You don't have to, as long as it sounds good, just do whatever. That's literally jazz, and it's great.
Yeah.
You get some incredible solos out of that.
Yeah.
Like when I went to New Orleans and listened to the jazz there, boy, was it amazing. Like these are bands who they're just like, we know the jazz, we're just gonna play licks, and then you have two people soloing at the same time, and I'm like, how are you doing that? You're not communicating, and you're just, oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We might have to go to New Orleans at some point.
Probably.
I went there. It was fun. It was really fun. A lot of drunk people.
Hey, cool. I'll fit it right in.
Oh God.
We're not going down Bourbon Street. You're never coming back. All right, that's a good time to end the podcast there. We need to figure out an outro, so let's figure out an outro. Are we just going to be like, outro here? Do we do tags again? No, I don't think we should.
Now
At
we're
the
gonna do
beginning.
tags.
Yeah.
No need to
I
do
think
tags
this
or
is
anything.
good. I
Just,
think-
hey, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual YouTube stuff that people tell you to do all the time that you don't normally listen to.
I think people are
Well,
smart.
it's a nice friendly reminder.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, the
And then-
podcast will be back next week.
cringe at us for this whole hour, and then hopefully cringe at us again next hour.
And then,
or next week.
Throw shade in the comments.
Obviously, and then if you want to look at any of our videos, they'll probably be like somewhere there or somewhere over there or somewhere.
Wherever the box
Wherever
is
the
at.
box
It's
is.
on the
It's
YouTube.
probably going to be the little, what is it, the card?
Oh, and don't forget,
Oh yeah, don't forget about the card. That's probably going to be over my head too.
Yeah, and don't forget.
Actually, I think it'd be over mine.
when you subscribe now, you gotta click the little bell because you want to see every time we put out a video.
Or just come back.
Yeah, or just come back. Check up on us.
Okay.
But yeah, no,
Sure.
yeah, we're excited for this. We hope that we enjoy it. I think that's the biggest thing.
I hope that other people enjoy it.
That too,
because-
but I mean, I don't want to do this if I don't enjoy it.
I mean, I already know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, it's me. You've seen me at work. I enjoy it.
You make
every-
everything enjoyable somehow. Yeah. All right. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
Yep, and I'm flipping the bowl.
No, you're not.